In the last video, we talked about news website, how to start a news website, how to curate content for the news website, and how to monetize it, and in the worst, if you are not interested, how to sell it to someone else. Well, in this video, we are going to talk about 7 things. 7 things which are becoming a problem and you are not getting news approval. Well, I have been experiencing this for a while on a series of websites, and that is what the experience I'm going to share you. So there is nothing technical or something. It is almost all from the experience. Well, let's look into it. Well, before we get started, I want to mention you that these are not in any specific order or any priority order. They are just everything. Alright, so there can be third point which might be more important for you, and there can be first point which might be more important for you. So it is all in here and there order. Okay, so let's get there. So the very first thing is the look of the website, how your website looks. Like when you visit your news website, do you feel that it is a news website? If it is not, then try to improve it, try to change the theme, try to change the look. If you are not able to do it, hire a developer and ask him to do, because it is important. When a visitor is coming to your website to read news, he should feel that he is reading news. If it is something like 2007 kind of old blog, then no, probably you should change it. Okay. The second and most important thing is changing the content. What is changing the content? Well, refreshing the content. Every day you have to have 6 to 10 articles, fresh articles which are in the topic on your website, so people can come there and read the news articles. If that is not happening, that is the most important aspect of any news website, where the content has to be refreshed. So that can be the second reason why your news site is not getting approved. Third reason, which is also one of most important one, is multiple authors. So many times what happen, a single person might be capable to produce 6 to 10 articles in a day, and he is trying to publish it and he is trying to get it approved. But Google doesn't think that way. He thinks that it's not an agency or it's not a team which can publish content every day if I give the opportunity. Google wants to give opportunity to the people who can use it efficiently, who can publish fresh content regularly. So that can be one of the most important reason that you don't have multiple authors and you are trying to apply it, and all the time Google News is rejecting your application that no, we cannot approve news approval for your site. Well, that can be the third most important reason. The fourth important reason can be not having important pages. Say that in reality, Google gives opportunity to the website which are legit, which are real, and which are authentic. In last few years, you must have seen a lot of fake news issues has grown. If that's the issue, then Google don't want to give opportunity to fake news or any other website which looks like a fake website. So while applying it, make sure that you have about us page, privacy policy, terms and condition, contact us, and you have all the contact details there. For example, your office address. So if there is anything, Google can contact you back. They can send you some kind of document if needed, and any kind of communication may happen. So make sure that you have all these 4 pages. They are really important. The sixth reason can be wrong judiciary. What does that mean? So basically, while applying for the Google News approval, they ask you the address. For example, in which city you live in and then the state you live in. So for example, I stay here in Hyderabad, so I will give Banjara Hills, Hyderabad, and then the state name, which is Telangana. In your case, if you are giving something wrong, try to correct it. That is one of the important factor, and to get it approval, because Google verifies this all small things, and that can be a reason for not getting approval. The sixth reason of not getting approval is being in multiple categories. What does that mean? For example, Google wants you to be very specific. Say that if you are a tech news website, you have to publish all the news in tech segment. Sometimes what happens that you start publishing political content, Bollywood content, movies content, and this all content in different segment on a single website. Well, you can do that, but then you have to format it out in different segments. Say that there is Bollywood news, so yournewswebsite.com/Bollywood news. If there is tech news, yourwebsite.com/tech news. If there is something more, then yourwebsite.com/something more. What happens here is Google understands and takes it differently. Once again, when you are doing it, make sure that the category for which you are seeking approval has enough content every day. Well, the seventh one, and this is probably the worst, what you will do to get news site approved is basically scraping the content and putting on your website and submitting it to Google for approval. Well, what does it mean? So say that you want to start a news site, and what you basically did, you developed a site and then you started copying the news from other websites, say that NDTV or Engadget or BBomb. You started copying the content from someone and started publishing on your website. Now after 30 to 40 days you are going to submit it to Google, that Google should approve it. Well, let me tell you, Google algorithms are smarter than you. There is something called plagiarism and they can check it very easily. Sometime in 0.001% cases, sometimes some news site get approved even because of this plagiarism issue, but then in long term this strategy is not going to work. Maybe they will approve you temporarily, but in long term it is not going to work. In return, something really go wrong. The other guy from whom you are scraping the content may claim you back, saying that why you are scraping the content if you have not written it. In return, you might need to pay a lot of fine. So don't do that. These things doesn't work in long term, and if you want to build a long-term strategy, long-term news site, then go ahead and follow these all 7 of them and go ahead and submit it. It is going to work because it has worked for me. It should work for you too. If you are facing any issue or difficulty which is apart from this, try to comment it below. We will try to solve it out. There is a connection, there is a community. I am a part of the community. I will try to solve you out, or maybe I can help you personally. So this is all I wanted to share you, and these were the 7 reasons why your website was not getting approved and why it should be approved now, because you will follow them. And yeah, bye bye and see you in the next video.